There is actually just way too much going on recently, whether it's Bugha becoming the biggest snake in Fortnite once again, Mr. Savage literally getting an entire icon skin, the Clix versus Peterbot rivalry is not ending anytime soon either. And in today's video, I'm going to catch you guys up on everything you missed out on just over the past 24 hours basically. Real quick before this video starts though, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content around here, and we try to update you guys as soon as we possibly can once this news drops. So make sure you guys turn on notifications so you don't miss anything in the future. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. Thank you guys all so much for the support on my code recently. I cannot thank you guys enough. We're trying to hit 1,000 users on the code, so if you want to help me reach that goal, use code KDOG. Follow me on my Twitch if you guys want to watch the finals of any of these tournaments with me. Without further ado though, let's start this video off with what in the world actually happened last night between Bugha, Reet, Muzz, every single person that was involved in the snakening, and what the teams ended up being today. So we got our first scrim session with some of the brand new duos yesterday, and like Bugha and Reet were playing with each other, and Reet legit thought that he was going to be like very locked in with Bugha. He went on to say this on stream as well.
Is Bugha moving to Dallas?
He's gonna come like next year, yeah. Like for whatever the FNCS season is. He's gonna come with me. Like,
he always says that and just doesn't.
Nah, no, but he's gonna stay with me. Trust him.
Now, if I heard Reet correctly in this clip, he said that him and Bugha actually already talked about Bugha moving in with Reet when FNCS officially starts, so that Bugha would finally be on zero ping. Because if you guys don't know, Bugha pretty much has been playing from like Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure, and he's pretty much never on zero ping. But he did tell Reet that he's gonna be locked in, he's down to move in with him to be on zero ping and everything like that. They played a couple of scrims together, and let's just say it didn't necessarily go the best. And so then in the late night sessions, Bugha decided to try out with Muzz. And originally I was like, okay, yeah, I like this a lot better for both Bugha and Muzz. Muzz was going to be trying to transition into an IGLing role when he played with Curve, and I thought this duo was just gonna end up working out a lot better. Then unfortunately we did see Reet tweet out, Bugha is actually the devil looking for a duo. At this point everybody was kind of like, oh, Reet's just cooked. Bugha just completely screwed Reet out of teammate options the day before the Div Cup starts. But then Reet made a very smart move, and he decided that he was not going to leave the resistance base, which was the POI that Bugha and him were landing at before. And so then just out of nowhere, Muzz decides to leave Bugha and play with Reet because Muzz wanted to land at an uncon drop spot. So he decided to play with Reet over Bugha, since Bugha would leave the POI but Reet would not. And so now to just connect all of the dots here, the official duos for today were Reet and Muzz. Praise ended up picking up Curve because, like I said earlier, that was who Reet was originally playing with, and that turned into who Muzz was playing with, and now Craze is playing with Curve. There was some rumors on who Bugha was going to be playing with. It could potentially be Aviv, and then today, just out of nowhere, Bugha queued up with Void. So now you guys should be all up to date on the whole snakening that happened last night, and up to date on all of the brand new duos as well. Let's actually move on to how these duos look today now though. So currently in first place on NA, we do have none other than Ark and Kanata. This duo finished on 544 points. We're not able to win any games today, but did also tie for the most elims in this tournament, finishing with 104 elims in only 7 matches. This is also all with Ark not even being on zero ping yet. There was literally a hot take in yesterday's hot takes video that said Ark and Kanata would be a top 3 duo right before Major 1 starts for next year, and they're starting to make me believe that more and more each and every single day now. They look really good in scrims, they've looked really good in the Div Cups, and this is all without Ark, who clearly will get better once he plays on zero ping just because of how much of a mechanical player he is, and the vibes seem absolutely amazing between these guys as well. I am so excited for 2026 for Ark and Kanata. Second place is actually one of our brand new duos though, of Curve and Craze on 527. I do 100% believe that Craze is the type of player that needs to play with some people that are kind of in like the same tier as him, because that ends up just elevating him to play even better. It seems like whenever he's playing with somebody that isn't Bugha, if we're just being real, he seems to do so much better in tournaments. And they're currently on 527 points after day number 1. Third place was the duo that almost stopped Peterbot and Poyo in week 1 of finals of Rapid and Threats on 504. Fourth place was Acorn and Bolt. All of these duos continue to look super good. Fifth place was Adriz and Yamzo on 454. I really do want this to be a huge bounce back week for Adriz and Yamzo. They should be a top 3 duo in every single tournament, and I need to see them get more fresh Fraggy as well. 6th place is Epic Whale and Pump on 419. 7th place was Clix and Higgs on 413. They won 1 out of their 10 matches and got 70 total elims. There was some vibe issues for these guys at the beginning of the tournament because they really were struggling at first, but they seem to pick each other up and they really do look like they are just a super good teammate fit for each other. They were able to repair the vibes. They were having fun playing with each other. They even won the last game, which was the most stacked game of the day together. But definitely the highlight point of this performance today was they got their revenge on Peterbot and Poyo, and this is how that fight ended up going.
Flag in there. Come on. Shoot him.
That's him,
50, 30.
Fine.
Full cracked.
50 white, 50 white.
17 white. He's one.
Dead.
No, it's not him.
Teammates coming. It is.
Bro, yeah, is he delusional?
Look at the map.
I hate you, listen, bro. It's round 2.
Ah, it's disgusting.
Come up. Come on, okay.
Slash him, just running him.
Yeah, playing with you.
Okay.
What's on me? 40. On me. 100, real. Relax.
Okay.
Nah, look how bitch made they are. Oh, no.
Kill him. Alright, keep money. On you. On your piece.
Just running at him. 40.
Oh, hell no.
White. 20 white. Bro.
Over your boats.
Oh, hell no.
That coin's disgusting.
They're so cringe. They're so bad.
Not gonna lie, I didn't have a problem with Clix until before this. Not gonna lie, but now we're like every time we kill them, all my life they're camping their car now.
Oh, hell no. They're so fucking scared.
Clix later on even said that in this fight right here, he was just so worried about not getting one pumped because he probably was getting PTSD after what happened to him over the finals last weekend. Of course, though, you know that that's not where the drama stopped. Peterbot and Poyo ended up having to say this after the fight as well.
They're actually the worst players. Booga's
Right, now,
120
we actually have to win in 4, and the last 2, you already know what we're doing.
Yeah. I'm down to keep every game, honestly. Forget about the last 4. Like, we have nothing to lose, bro. Literally nothing to lose. They don't win shit.
So, well, it looks like don't be surprised if we see these guys go head to head in yet another set lobby finals this weekend. And let's just say this has definitely been probably the most entertaining storyline of this entire season so far. 8th place is Sigma, 9th place is Muzz and Reet, another one of our brand new duos. They finished with 393 points. We're not able to win any games today, but did also get 63 total elims as well. And then rounding out the top 10 was H-Cube and Encrypted on 390. The other duos that are currently on that top 50 pace is 17th of Visuals and Braids, 18th place of Bucky and his brand new duo of Status, 19th place another brand new duo of Cooper and Sphinx. Ritual and Cold finished in 26th place. They got 331 points, won 1 out of their 10 matches, only finished with 58 total elims, so I definitely did expect a little bit more out of Ritual and Cold today. But as long as we're going to see them in the finals, that's all that matters, and they're currently on pace to be able to do that. And then we have like G-Money and Rise in 48th, Aviv and Sales in 49th, and then Eshu and Virgo in 50th. So you do probably realize that we have some huge names that are currently not on pace to qualify. The biggest one is definitely 110th place of Peterbot and Poyo. They only got 225 points after day number 1, didn't win a single game, and only had 55 elims as well. This was probably the worst or the second worst performance that I have seen from them ever since they ended up forming back together. They didn't really look like their normal dominant selves in fights today either. Like I said, they only got 55 elims in 10 matches, where I feel like most of us at least expect 100 plus out of these guys. Do I have any worry that they will not be able to qualify for the finals? No, definitely not. It's a top 50 format at the end of the day. You're gonna need around 300 points on day 2 to be able to make it to the finals, and I think we can all agree that if we had to bet money on it, we probably would that they'll be able to qualify. And then the other big name that we currently have, even being outside of the top 200, is Void and Booga in 210 right now. They only got 140 points after day number 1, also only got 20 22 total elims, and 17 of them came in a singular game. So if Bugha and Void are gonna need a huge day 2, and potentially after all of that snake hitting that Bugha did, he might not even end up qualifying for the finals. Let's move on to the final statistics here now. After day number 1, the highest damage ratio was dominated by Curve with a 3.05. Super impressive that he was doing all of that on controller. The most damage to players was Kanata with 13,841. Second place was Agers. Kanata also led the whole thing in elims and absolutely dominated this category as well. 63 elims to just Kanata. The second highest was Agers with 49. Rapid was in third, Curve in fourth, Arc in fifth, literally playing on like 50 ping, also really impressive. Craze in sixth, Cold in seventh, Bolts in eighth, Threats in ninth, and then Braids in 10th. Most assists was Arc with 51, and then here is all of the other stats if you guys care about these ones as well. NA was super fun. We had a lot to go over. Let's actually move on to how EU went now. Now in EU, we had so many new duos, it was almost hard to keep track of what was going on. Currently in first place after day 1 though, we do have Robin and Khan on 416 points. They won 2 out of their 10 matches and had 52 total elims after day number 1. Don't think very many people expected this team to be in first place after day 1, so huge shout out to them. Second place though is a duo that I do want to highlight and talk about. I think this could be the week that they win the whole thing. It is Chap and Flixie on 402 points. They weren't able to win any games today, but as you could probably expect, they did finish with the most elims in this entire tournament, getting 80 elims in 10 total matches. The fragging ability is there. We just need to see it in a set lobby finals now, which I think is 1000% possible. Third place was Dexy and Phantom. Fourth place was Strapped and Hellfire. Fifth place was Hyper and Jewel. Sixth place was Nebs and Mappy. Seventh place was Malibuka and Panzer. These guys are going to need a very big bounce back week this week. After finishing 30th place in the first Div 1 Div Cup finals of the season, we know that they have the chemistry and the vibes together. They look super good in the opens last week as well. I just really need to see it out of them in a set lobby finals now, which I think we can all agree they should be capable of pulling off top 5s in these Div Cups. 8th place was Wheat and Frizzy. 9th place was Sykes, and then rounding out the top 10 was Cade and Pixofsky. So our other big names that are currently on pace is we do have 12th place, our first brand new look at the duo of Chino and Vino on 349. They were not able to win any games today, and they did finish with 57 total elims as well. Vino didn't even stream this tournament either, which was the first time that he hasn't streamed a tournament in a while. I think he realizes the opportunity that was given to him, being able to play with Chino now, who could be just one of the best fraggers in EU, if not even has the potential to be the best fragger in the entire world. They really only had 3 good games today, getting a 15 elimination second, 13 elimination third, and a 6 elimination 7th. But of course, it is their first ever tournament playing together. And then being top 13 after day number 1 is in no way, shape, or form bad. Another potential brand new duo in 19th place is Kiro and Teeny on 330. Something that was very interesting to me is Teeny and Hriss, after getting 3rd place in the first duo Div Cup of the season, decided to just completely split up, and now Teeny is playing with Kiro. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see how that goes for them. 23rd place, we have Virgo and Mixon on 324 points. And no, Virgo hasn't like moved to EU or anything like that. He's literally playing EU from NA Central, and there has even been rumors that Mixon could potentially be moving to NA to duo with Virgo. So that could be very interesting. 26th place is Hari and Cammy. Walks and Pixie in 33rd. They're one of my biggest prove it teams of the week. We know that they have the capabilities to be one of the best teams in the entire world. Weren't even able to finish top 5 last week. Today they finished on 309 points, won 1 out of their 10 matches, and got 48 total elims as well. I am expecting some big things out of them. Darm and Blaha in 36th place. So it looks like Darm decided that he is not going to be playing with Pix or Demus, since they both also have brand new duos, and Darm is going to be playing with Blaha now. The other half of our week 1 Cash Cup winners of Ferdoxy and his brand new duo of Pablo is currently in 39th place on 302 points. Man, I have to admit, I'm really rooting for Ferdoxy, man. Literally getting dropped after winning the Cash Cup is still just absolute insanity to me. So I really hope that he's able to qualify, and they seem to currently be on some good pace for doing that as well. They're gonna need to adjust their duo chemistry now together after playing with each other in trios, but I think this still has the potential to be a very good duo. We have another brand new team in 43rd place of Seti and Demus. So yes, Seti and Yapko have officially split up now, and Seti is going to be playing with Demus. This was something that I didn't super expect after last week, but Seti and Yapko were not able to qualify for the first Duo Div 1 finals of the season, and that alone was enough for them to want to split up. But literally just a couple of spots under them is 47th place of Pix and Yapko on 296. So it looks like the split up might have been beneficial for both of these guys if they're both able to make it into the finals. Pretty weird and random teammate switch ups here, but still super exciting stuff. I'm expecting to still see a lot of teammate switch ups over these next couple of weeks, but that is currently all of our big names that are on pace to qualify. So we do have a lot of duos that are just outside of that, like 52nd place of Vidil and Rezon on 284. This was their first duo tournament together after Rezon was not able to play last week with Vidil. They are now fully playing together. Some people had potential rumors that Vidil could drop Rezon for Focus after Vidil finished 4th place in the first Duo Div Cup finals, but I said I don't think there's any way that happens. Vidil and Rezon are almost like best friends with each other. The vibes looked relatively solid between these guys as well, and I'm pretty confident that they'll be able to qualify. Our first look at another brand new duo in 59th place of Sky and Marius finished on 279. If you're wondering what happened with Sky and Scroll, pretty much Marius ended up getting dropped when Ferdoxy ended up getting dropped, since Ferdoxy and Pablo are now playing together, and so Sky saw the opportunity to get an upgrade and play with Marius, who's one of the best fraggers in the world, just had one of the best years in all of EU. Even though him and Scroll had all of that chemistry building up for the last couple of years at this point, Sky saw the opportunity to pick up Marius, and he ended up doing that. I can't even blame him for it at all. One of the other interesting ones we have is 63rd place of Pink and Mr. Savage. So Mr. Savage is officially back to streaming now. He also officially announced his icon skin as well, so huge shout out to him.
It's time, boys. I'm back in the old setup. Everything's set up. Chat, we got the icon skin. Come on, boys. Let's go, chat. Let's go. But wait, we don't only got one icon skin. Wait. We got the Halicina icon skin too. Come on, chat.
Just a quick side note on that, Mr. Savage is one of the most deserving people of an icon skin. I literally remember being in like 7th grade, and before school I would be watching him play solo squads with that purple Skull Trooper skin. Huge shout out to Savage, he 100% deserves that. If you're wondering if Pink and Mr. Savage are an official duo, it doesn't look like it as of now. Even if you go into Savage's chat and you type !duo, it says that it is still just like question marked out. He's still like looking for a duo. He did go on to add some further context though, saying that he did have some teammates lined up to play with him, but since his chat is toxic, the pros did not want to play with him.
Since trios ended, chat, there's been 2 like people I wanted to play with, or even 3 people I wanted to play with that was like, nah bro, like I'm not playing because you're streaming and your chat is, you know, the way it is. So chat, thanks for griefing comp for me, chat, but you know, I'm not gonna complain, chat, because yeah.
Now we have to admit also at the same time, for how much I love Mr. Savage and everything, he also definitely does have a very toxic community, probably one of the most toxic communities in the entire Fortnite scene. And so it makes sense. For one, a lot of these pros don't even necessarily think Savage is still even like good at the game, which I think is just crazy to even think, but there definitely is some pros that don't want to play with him because of that. 2, he is streaming tournaments, which, you know, a lot of pros don't want to deal with the streaming stuff in general. They don't want to be playing on stream. They don't want to have their comms listened to and heard every single game. And then 3, when he also has one of the most toxic communities in the entire Fortnite community, it's just a whole package of things that definitely probably does make it very difficult for Savage to actually find teammates that are on his level. And not saying that like Pink isn't on his level or anything, but I also really don't think that Savage and Pink, who are just both IGLs, necessarily really fit the times that we're currently in for duo matchups. You can literally see with pretty much all of our other teams, they're making double fragger duos. I just don't really know how high I would be on this duo together still. They started off this tournament a little bit rough, but then were able to clutch it up in their last couple of games. I hope that they're still able to qualify for the finals, just so we can watch Mr. Savage in a set lobby finals. And hey, if they look good and prove me wrong, then maybe Pink and Mr. Savage can really work out. But at the same time, I really hope that Mr. Savage is able to find a good duo that 100% fits his playstyle, that he can grind with and get better with as well. We have Mongrel and Marco in 93rd place. Mongrel also looks like he has been fully locked in and fully grinding recently as well. He's changed his binds and things like that, and him and Marco seem to be building up some real duo chemistry now. They're able to qualify for the most recent Eval Cup finals together. They're currently in 93rd place with 245 points after day number 1 of the Duo Div Cup Opens. Also not necessarily the fraggiest team, only getting 17 elims in 10 total matches, but I really am hoping that Mongrel's able to make finals. We also have 96th place, our first look at the duo that placed second place in the last duo FNCS Global Championships that we had of Queasy and Thomas HD. They currently have 243 points and 33 total elims after day number 1. This was a little bit of a rough tournament for them, I can't even lie. We saw Queasy stream it and have his classic crash outs as well.
They're jumping.
I see. Oh my fucking. Ah! Like what the fuck, man? Like everyone's just jumping in, bro.
He didn't really have any super crazy matches until their very final game of the day, but I'm also not really too worried about any of these teams that are currently like borderline top 100. I think especially if Queasy is going to be playing tomorrow off stream, he'll have a higher chance of being able to qualify, and I would have to assume that's going to be what he does. We have 98th place of Tayson and Uppel. Now if you're like, what in the world happened to Merstash and Tayson? Weren't they supposed to be playing together? Did they already split? Where is Merstash? Merstash, I'm pretty sure, had some PC issues, and so he just straight up wasn't even able to queue today at all. So Tayson had to find a fill of Uppel, but it does still currently look like Merstash is going to be playing with Tayson, but Merstash unfortunately is not going to be playing this week's Cash Cups. We have another brand new duo in 99th place of Focus and Scroll on 242. So I'm happy that Scroll is also able to find a decent duo option. Still though, we do have a lot of other big names that are also outside of that top 100, like Swizzy and Vanya in 131st, Trulex and Chicho in 135th, Chris and Skavi got back together and they're in 140th right now. And then we also have like Vico and iDrop in 236th place. The thing with this duo today though is Vico is literally playing from Japan on a mobile device, and so he was basically useless if we're just being real. iDrop pretty much got 236th place as a solo. Vico though will be back on 0 ping in time for day 2, and he told me that he's confident that they'll be able to clutch up enough points to be able to qualify for the finals. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of big names that are going to need huge day 2s if they want to be able to make it into the finals, and if they also potentially don't want to risk getting dropped as well. Let's move on to the final statistics here now. The highest damage ratio was Ghost with a 2.11. We also had Mr. Savage up here as well though, getting a 2.06. Now the most damage to players was Chap and Flixie with 11,000 for Chap, 10,000 for Flixie. So they seem to be just absolutely dominating the fragging category, especially with them both being up there for elims as well. If you guys are curious, this is Flixie right here. He had 41 total elims after day number 1. Chap was in second with 39, Cheatin in third, Malibuka in fourth, Chino in fifth, Truly in sixth, Kong in seventh, Hellfire in eighth, Nebs in ninth, and then Walks in 10th with 27 as well. The most assists was also Chap with 45. So Chap and Flixie just look to be on a different level when it comes to fighting right now in EU. And then here is all of the other stats as well, if you guys care about any of these stats right here. Remember though, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content for you guys. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. YouTube says enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.